Holy shit, Brock Lesnar is back. What's up, Jared over here. Today we have the setup of WWE SummerSlam Night 2. This show was insane. They kicked off the show with Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky battling for the Women's World Championship. This match, in my opinion, was okay. It wasn't terrible, it was not great. Io Sky did some crazy flips and everything. But overall, the match wasn't great. Rhea Ripley almost had the match at the end, hitting the Riptide on Io Sky. Was about to get it while Naomi slid in the ring and grabbed Rhea Ripley by her trunks and rolled her up, stealing the win 1, 2, 3, retaining her Women's World Championship. Overall, though, the match wasn't great, wasn't terrible. I predicted this. I didn't see Naomi losing the title. She literally just won it, and this is her first title defense, so it made sense seeing Naomi retain. But overall, not a terrible match to start off SummerSlam Night 2. Then we had one hell of a banger of a TLC match, the biggest TLC match in WWE history. And the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys were in attendance. They were in the crowd. Awesome to see them there. Especially the Hardy Boys since they're with TNA. But this tag match was insane. An absolute train wreck. Absolute chaos. People going through tables, ladders. Absolutely insane. But I gotta say one of the nastiest bumps was Candice LeRae. I know it's not a Candice LeRae figure. I don't have her, but I'm just using that figure there. She was on top of the ladder. She was going to grab the titles for your DIY. And she got pushed off and went through a ladder. Nasty bump for Candice LeRae. Also a nasty bump. DIY. Then we're climbing the ladder again. And Tommaso Ciampa is holding on to like the metal piece that has the ladder. They took out the ladder. Axiom was going to... Axiom's tag team partner was going to spear him. And he flipped up and is holding on. He's upside down. His head's literally facing the ground, like head first down the ground. His legs are sticking up in the air. And he's holding on to the dangling chain. And then he let go. And then Johnny Gargano climbs up the ladder to help him. And they got pushed off through the four different tables. The two double-decker tables stacked up. They absolutely were taken out. Street Profits were taken out by getting put through tables and ladders. And then the Wyatt Six with the big number games. Nikki Cross takes out B-Fab because she came out for Street Profits. Then Eric Rowan got in the ring and took out Motor City Machine Guns and everybody else with his crazy kicks and stuff. But then the Street Profits took out Eric Rowan by putting him through a table that was in the turnbuckle. But then Uncle Howdy got in the ring and he took out everybody else that was left. Then Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy got to the ladder. Joe Gacy climbed up, took the title. I know that's Dexter Lumis, but there's no Joe Gacy figure. But Joe Gacy was standing up top. Then Dexter Lumis was holding, was down below, while Eric Rowan was down there with Nikki Cross, and Uncle Howdy was down below on his knees like Bray Wyatt. The Wyatt Six retained their tag titles in one hell of an insane TLC match. I was not expecting the Wyatt Six to retain, even though they just won the titles. It's just one of these type of matches that you never know. You might get a new tag team champions. Also, honorable mention, Andrade and Rey Fenix almost won the titles when they were going up. Axiom was up top. Andrade hit a Canadian Destroyer off the top of the ladder onto another ladder that was connected. Absolutely insane bump. But this match was awesome. Then, not an awesome match. Becky Lynch versus Lila Valkyria. This match was good for a little bit, and then it went way too long. This match was like over 20 minutes long. It did not need to go that long. They just kept on dragging it out. Becky Lynch ended up zip tying Lila Valkyria, and she was zip tied forever, and then her hand ended up popping out of the zip tie, and she popped it back in. Like, it was so obvious. Like, at that point, just act like it was broke or something. Like, it was pretty bad. But then it kept on going on. They had like toolboxes and beating the holy hell out of each other. And Becky Lynch was about to take out Lila Valkyria outside of the ring when Bayley came out, and Bayley stopped her. But before Bayley even did anything, Becky Lynch tried convincing Bayley to take out Lila Valkyria, but Bayley ended up taking out Becky Lynch, coming to the aid to Lila Valkyria, actually, even though they've had their issues since this whole deal with Becky Lynch and the Intercontinental Championship. But ended out the day, Bayley helps out Lila Valkyria, but fails. Becky Lynch hits the manhandle slam 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch beats Lila Valkyria, so that means she never can challenge for the Women's Intercontinental Championship as long as Becky Lynch is champion. Bayley tried stopping the pinfall because this was a no disqualification match. But Bayley almost stopped it, but Becky Lynch retains her Intercontinental Championship. Then we had a steel cage match for the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. This match was pretty awesome, going back and forth and everything. When, of course, the MFT had to came out. Tala Tonga, and JC Mateo. They come out. They're surrounding the cage like wild animals. While they start climbing up the cage, Jacob Fatu's distracted. Solo Sikoa tries getting out the door, but Jacob Fatu stops him. While then Jacob Fatu climbs up the cage to escape, when he takes out Solo Sikoa, he ends up getting handcuffed by Tama Tonga. And then Tala Tonga goes to then the ref opens the door for Solo Sikoa, but Jacob Fatu is so strong, he busts the handcuffs, which they didn't show on camera. I wish they would have. They showed it on a replay. He busts the handcuffs. He stops Solo Sikoa. He's pulling him back when Tala Tonga slams the door on Jacob Fatu's head, and Solo Sikoa crawls out, falls out like a little baby, and wins the match, retains his United States Championship, and the MFT stands tall, and Jacob Fatu is locked in the match. But before that happened, actually, I almost forgot, Jimmy Uso came out during the match, took out some of the MFT, but was not strong enough. It was only one man out there, and Jacob Fatu taking on 4 different guys. But then after the match, Jimmy Uso ends up throwing JC Mateo into the ring and locks him in there with Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu lays out JC Mateo. Then it was Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles comes out with Eddie Guerrero themed gear, like mocking Dominic Mysterio and everything. This match is going great and everything. When Dominic tries cheating with the chair, throws it at AJ, and then drops on the floor. And then AJ puts the chair on his head, just like that, acting like he was taken out. But the ref noticed both were out cold, and they both had different stories. So he continued the match, but Dominic Mysterio ended up getting an ankle lock by AJ Styles, slipped out of his boot, just like how Kurt Angle did against Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 20. Then takes the boot and hits AJ Styles in the head because Dominic Mysterio tried taking off the turnbuckle, and the ref was going after the turnbuckle. Cheats with the boot to the head, then gets on the top rope, hits the frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Dominic Mysterio retains and cheats just like Eddie Guerrero and steals the win over AJ Styles to retain his Intercontinental Championship. This match, honestly, in my opinion, was lackluster. I was expecting more out of it. I felt like it was a really quick match, and I was expecting more out of this match, but maybe their time was cut short. I'm not sure, because the Becky Lynch Live Valkyria match, I felt like went way too long. Then it was main event time. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes had a badass entrance with like the mask that he had at WrestleMania 41, but with like welding marks all over it, kind of like Kylo Ren's mask in Star Wars. Awesome entrance. And then John Cena came out, started with the black John Cena, and then it went to the babyface colorful entrance. He comes out talking to Stu and everything, all hyped, runs to the ring, all smiles and everything. Babyface John Cena is back. They hug it out at the beginning of the match, and then they start going at it. John Cena and Cody Rhodes fight all over the arena, using the steel steps and everything. They use the steel steps a lot, throwing them at each other and everything, but they end up battling outside of the ring, out in the crowd and everything, fighting the holy hell at each other. And John Cena had one of the most aura badass moments ever. They went under the stage and then came up the elevator slowly with the smoke, and John Cena had his head down, looking badass, just holding Cody Rhodes on his shoulders like an attitude adjustment him on the stage, and walked down, carrying him on his shoulders to the ring back. Then John Cena hits a double AA off the top rope through a super AA off the top rope onto Cody Rhodes, hits 2 more on him, and Cody Rhodes kicks out of a super AA and 2 normal AAs. Was going to put John Cena away, but then Cody Rhodes ends up fighting back and hits 3 crossroads, and John Cena kicks out. We have Super Cena and Super Cody Rhodes. Absolutely insane. Then John Cena sets up the table in the ring, trying to go for a Super A through the table. But Cody Rhodes reverses, trying to hit a Cody cutter or some kind of move on John Cena. And they go through the table. John Cena going like head first, while Cody held him like in a headlock kind of a thing. And then John Cena is on the ropes, dangling. Cody Rhodes hits him with a salute, grabs him, crossroads. 1, 2, 3. We have a new WWE Undisputed Champion. Cody Rhodes wins. John Cena gets up, picks up, hands the title to Cody, raises his hand, has the passing of the torch moment that I literally predicted. I predicted this, that Cody Rhodes and John Cena were both going to walk out baby faces. I called this. I know so many people were predicting, Cody's going to turn heel. Cody's going to turn heel. The Rock's going to show up. Cody's going to do this. The Rock's going to do that. Guess what? I was right. Neither happened. We don't need The Rock anymore in WWE. He's moved on. And Cody Rhodes is not going to be the babyface. Not going to be a heel. He is the next John Cena. As Michael Cole said, the passing of the torch from the GOAT, the face of WWE for so long, now the man that's going to carry us into the new era, the new WWE, Cody Rhodes. Michael Cole literally said it on the mic. Cody Rhodes is the next face of WWE, the next big thing. John Cena passing the torch and everything. Then Cody Rhodes grabs his hand and raises John Cena's hand again, just like kind of like giving him his flowers and everything. Then Cody Rhodes leaves, letting John Cena have his moment in the ring. The crowd's chanting, "Thank you, Cena. This is Cena's last what's it called? SummerSlam." It's a big moment. It's kind of sad. You can tell John Cena was getting to him. But John Cena put on one hell of a performance. This was one of the best matches I've seen John Cena put on in a while. It reminded me of the match of John Cena with AJ Styles in 2016 SummerSlam. This match was a banger. John Cena showed that he still got it, with the crowd saying, "Thank you, Cena," and everything. And then the craziest thing ever happened. Brock Lesnar's music hit. Holy shit. I literally jumped out of my seat yelling, holy shit. I couldn't believe it, because ever since the deal with Vince McMahon getting fired and like having to step down, and Brock Lesnar was in the lawsuit, everybody thought Brock Lesnar never could come back. He was banned pretty much from TKO and everything in WWE. But we haven't seen Brock Lesnar since SummerSlam 2023 when Cody Rhodes defeated him, and Brock Lesnar kind of had his passing the torch moment with Cody Rhodes. But Brock Lesnar comes with a full head of hair, long hair, cowboy outfit and everything on the stage, has his pyro moment, and slowly walks down to the ring, walks around the ring, takes his jacket off, takes off his cowboy hat, and gets in the ring and hits an F5 on John Cena and stands tall. It ends. WWE SummerSlam Night 2 2025 ends with Brock Lesnar standing tall over John Cena. What is this? I feel like we're back in like 2014, 2015. It is crazy to see Brock Lesnar and John Cena in the same ring again. It's insane. I cannot wait for this. You can't have a John Cena farewell tour without Brock Lesnar. It makes so much sense now. But oh my God, SummerSlam Night 2 was so much better than Night 1. But Night 1 was so good too. Though honestly, the worst match of the night was Becky Lynch and Valkyria, and it's just because it was super long. I'm gonna give this show a 9.5 out of 10. It wasn't perfect, but it was so good. 9.5 out of 10. This show was so freaking good. Drop down in the comments below. What was your favorite moment? Are you excited for Brock Lesnar being back? Are you excited for Cody Rhodes being our new WWE champion? I can't believe also we only have 4 months left of John Cena's farewell tour. But drop down in the comments below what your favorite match was. Oh my gosh, that TLC match also was insane. But I cannot believe Brock Lesnar is back in the WWE. This is Jared W. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.